In this video, we're going to talk about the Jones Ultra Mountain Twin, the big brother to the Mountain Twin. It's a directional twin, high-end all-mountain freestyle board that you can really charge with. It's stiffer than the Mountain Twin, and this year they tweaked the flex pattern a little bit to give it more play between the feet. Now, this is a board that could be a quiver of one, but you have to bring your A game when you're riding it. This board features Jones's cam rocker, which is a traditional camber into rocker in the tip and the tail. So what happens is you load this up and it engages that rocker, giving a little more loose feel out at the tips. It's easier to ride powder with, it's easier to engage a turn with, but you're gonna have that snap and pop underfoot of traditional camber. It's a highly versatile camber profile, which is why you see it so across their line. The Ultra Mountain Twin is stiff and aggressive. There's a little bit of play out in the tips and then it stiffens up through the middle. The big thing to note with this year's model is they remilled the core, so there's more torsional flex to it than in years past. You can center steer the board a little easier now. Overall, this board's super stable and damp. I never really noticed a lot of chatter in this board. You'd get a little bit out in the tips where the rocker zone was, but underfoot you never had to worry about it. It did what you needed it to do. It could plow through anything and keep on going. As this board is aggressive, you do need to be aware of that when you load up the camber. There's going to be a lot of snap and rebound out of this board. You're going to feel it. It's aggressive. When you load it up, it's going to rebound and pop. This is a board that's perfectly at home boosting to the moon. It wants to send everything. Speed and just being on top of your A game with loaded up are going to give you that pop you want. This board is perfectly at home hitting jumps, especially bigger ones. I'm talking like 40, 60, 80 feet. This is a board that's a jumper's board when it comes to riding the park. It's for someone that's going to send the big line. Speed and muscle are going to be the two things to get this board to butter. You've got that rocker zone out in the tip and the tail that you can leverage to get into a butter, but you want to be going fast because if you don't, this board's going to eat you alive. I mean, you're going to fucking die. That's just how it is. This is a board that it's aggressive, it's stiff, you have to be going fast. And when you're jibbing, the same thing holds true. And if you want to go sideways, go for it. Board's not really going to hug the rail. It's just going to sort of teeter-totter on it. It's that stiff. It doesn't have that flex that really wraps around it. But then again, I mean, I wouldn't be jibbing with this board. I would be hitting big jumps or backcountry jumps with it. You know, like that's what it's for. It's for like backcountry freestyle jumps, big park jumps. It's not for jibbing. This is a board that handles every type of carving. It engages and initiates a turn with minimal effort. And when you're driving this board on edge, if you want to be aggressive, this board will not hesitate. It will let you do what you want. You want to center flex this board and really push it to the limits, go for it. You want to get deep and hard on it with a carve, go for it. This is a board for laying trenches, pushing yourself to the limit and really getting out there after it, going from edge to edge, ripping bank slalom turns. You know, laying a Euro carve in front of a hard booter and looking at him and going, you suck. You have to wear hard boots to do this. I don't. That's the kind of board this is when it's on edge. So who would I recommend this board for? Well, I think this board would be perfect for those bigger riders, those guys that are heavier that want a camber dominant board with a little bit of rocker in the tip. Someone that's going to go out and charge the whole mountain and wants a board that's going to push back when they push into it. You know, someone that doesn't mind a little fight in their board. This is for that guy that wants a high-end, stiffer, all-mountain freestyle board. This is a quiver of one type of board for those bigger guys or for someone that's that aggressive. The Ultra Mountain Twin got a little bit of an upgrade this year by giving it more torsional flex. This makes it more versatile in my opinion, and that's why this list will reflect that of comparable boards. That's why this list of comparable boards will reflect that. The DC Media Blitz, the Capita DOA, the Endeavor KTV, the GNU Rider's Choice, the Libtech TRS. Alright, so now you've decided what snowboard you're going to get and you're going to decide where you're going to buy it. If you're shopping local, awesome. Slap your local shop guys a high five and tell them they're killing it. But for those of you that are buying online, Why don't you shop from one of the links we have down below? That way you support us and you get a deal on your snowboard. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way you can see all the relevant or irrelevant snowboarding content that we're putting out for you guys. So smash that bell down below. That way you're getting a notification. And I'll see you guys in another video.